you not being paid enough by a person single-handedly running a Netplay tournament? Has your ego not been sued by winning a tournament and clocking into work at 8:50 the next day? You may need Hotashi. If you feel like you've been wronged by a small Netplay tournament, call 1-800-HOTASHI. That's 1-800-HOTASHI.
The exercises
and advice in this video are in no way intended as a substitute for
medical counseling.
Hotashi put out a video with some opinions regarding small Netplay tournaments. I'll link the video below. Long story short, he doesn't really like them. I mean that in general. There are some exceptions. CLG, Can Opener. He's got naming the biggest ones, which that's weird, huh? The biggest ones are regarded as the best. I feel like that might be just general consensus at this point. Yeah, people are going to like the biggest and the shiniest of tournaments. That's life in the marketplace, baby. Let me preface this with saying Hotashi has some great points. All in all, more of the video is valid than the parts that are dumb, I feel like. The parts that are dumb are very dumb, but the parts with the points are very, very good. Yeah, I wouldn't dare get in front of a camera and shotgun a cup of coffee and come on here and tell you that the best practices are being practiced, because they're not. I think it's more important that we analyze those constructive criticisms and address some of those than necessarily nitpick the myopic approach that he took to this video. Yes, production needs to be better. Yes, commentary needs to be better. Yes, we need to pay our players. There's a reason people should be on your stream promoting your presence and competing without some form of compensation, and a meaningful compensation at that. If it's not clout, then it better be cash, and it better be a fair amount. Maybe there is room for a little more flair and panache in these digital hovels that we wade in. Maybe there are repeated matchups. I would love more gimmicks. I'm a big gimmick lover. I love a gimmick. Some of these things are tangible goals that can be met. Some of them are not. But the point being, Hotashi isn't without points, and the points that he brings hold merit. Sometimes. The issue is that not everyone's Hotashi. That's why it's his opinion. That's why it's his opinion video. I feel like there's a lack of empathy that happens when in this video, but it's his opinion for him. Here's a section of the video he's talking to Jonathan Tene about not entering Netplay tournaments. Reiterating the fact that some players just don't enter them. Good. I guess. Why would they? They stand nothing to win and everything to lose. No one cares if you rip through a small bracket online. Everyone cares if you lose. Not that they would. If they entered these small tournaments, they would probably rip and tear right through them. Which is part of the point. LeBron James isn't thinking about popping into EuroLeague. What's getting lost, and I think what's getting miscommunicated, is that not every tournament is EVO or CLG, and not every commentator, despite what they may try, is Yipes. It's a little bit more roughshod, a little bit more amateur, and that's what it is. It's amateur. It's developmental. Oh, that's what locals are for. Some people don't have access to locals. Some people just plain don't like being around people. Who could that be? It means nothing. There are no stakes. Yeah, locals too. I don't know about you, unless I'm from Chicago, I don't give a shit who's the best in Chicago. It's local elections. It's your constable. It's important. You should go vote. But unless I'm there living in it, it doesn't matter. Matchmaking and running sets and locals are what they are, and Netplay fills that same hole. A hole that players like Hotashi are beyond. They're done with it. They don't need it.
If I'm playing in one of these tournaments, there will be a similar amount of engagement. But if I stream the tournament, I will often double, triple the metrics compared to the actual tournament stream.
Yeah, yeah, but you're Hotashi. You're an EVO champion. Cool, that's awesome. The absolute dumbest part of the video. Then we talk about oversaturation. Yeah, we're talking about playing video games online on twitch.tv. Saturation's baked into it. Now, granted, we are in a niche of a niche of a niche when it comes to competitive fighting games, more so people watching competitive fighting games. So we're gonna run into some overlap. But there's no excuse. He's right. These tournaments should spark something. Whether it's a gimmick, a design, or the personalities behind it, there should be some kind of creative risk of being taken. When you get down to it, if people wanted to watch gameplay, they would watch replays. They don't have to deal with people like me screaming about parts of my body. He says about things like CLG and how they run things is a fantastic point. I love CLG's tournament bracket. I love the format of it. Granted, you need some clout with people to really buy into that. There's a delicate balance there. There's room to move around. There's a point about getting investments from all sides that's so critical and true to any community-based activity, whether it's stand-up comedy, music scenes, competitive golfing. I don't know, but it's important. But you can't get investments from all sides until you invest in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, then why on earth would anyone else do it? Not every tournament is WrestleMania. Some are Raw. Some are SmackDown. Some are Sunday Night Heat. Some are house shows. Some are indie shows. I can keep going with the wrestling stuff. You see, the cool thing about Eddie Kingston